This is Jordan Tower with JT News. I hope you guys are having a great day. Before we get into the this guy, GreatLakeAce, he's relentless. He's back with another classic, appreciated off the album So Ambitious, dropping December 27th. The link below.
I done leveled up again, I feel appreciated. Salute me when you see me, I appreciate it.
Just smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's just get right into the topic. For right now, we got the Breakfast Club. Now, they've been doing interviews here and there together. I think Angela Yee is still on her tour for Lip Service. I saw a Cash Doll interview. I saw a couple others. A lot of them Angela Yee's not present for recently. And we know that there's some turmoil going on with the Breakfast Club. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be repairable. I'm going to be honest. They all were in a certain space when they came in to the Breakfast Club around, well, was it 2011, 12, somewhere around that time. And Angela Yee had been doing her thing over at like Sirius. Charlamagne had been out in the universe doing stuff with Little Duval here and there. He was kind of in limbo. And DJ Envy had come from radio. And, you know, I think he was making a switch over to Power. It was something where he had a radio show somewhere on Power, or he was on Hot 97 going to Power. If it was something like that. Anyways, they formed together, and they were great together. They all complimented each other's personality, and they were very tight-knit and friends, business friends, you know, but like still, they had each other's back. Charlamagne started doing a lot of work on his own, getting his own shows, books, all that. Envy held down the fort, did his DJ thing, and everything else he's doing. Angela Yee had her side show and this. It all worked out until, and they always had the same opinion on certain stuff. If this person has a problem with the show, we all have a problem with them, you know? Until recently with the Gucci Mane thing where, you know, I know Gucci Mane is the man in the South, okay? Charlamagne's from the South, and I think he had a groupie moment for a second where when Gucci Mane had a problem with Angela Yee from the past episode where he called her out and said, you know, you tried to holler at me back in 2010. You know, he kept that going because he realized that around that time, that's when he got a lot of hype. So he tried to bring that back for this album. And they didn't have him up at the Breakfast Club, but Charlamagne took it upon himself to do his own interview with him to introduce his own new platform, being a glutton on YouTube. Okay, now, on that interview, he let him talk about Angela Yee and didn't really defend her. Angela Yee saw that, she commented on it, and I don't think it's ever going to be the same again after this. I think they're all going to show up, and without that energy, you're not going to have a successful show. Another show is going to be able to creep in at this point now. I'm just calling it. Envy's fine. Envy has everybody's back. Envy is the nucleus keeping it together right now. Charlamagne, he crossed the line, kind of betrayed Angela Yee. And that, once you betray a woman's trust, it can never be repaired. And I've been noticing the energy is off in the room from the interviews they did do. And I think it's going to be, they're going to start parting ways, you know, because, you know, who wants to come to work every day and have that tension? Even though you can work through it, you know, someone like Charlamagne who has a lot of other things going on might just decide to move on from the Breakfast Club, and she might do the same, and Envy I think he would hold the show down. I don't know. We'll see. Then we got The Game. He releases his, I guess, Born to Rap's coming soon. And, you know, he did all pregnant women in the photo. Then he tried to get creative with the cover on the back as a birth certificate. Pretty creative. I noticed that Wack 100 is still executive producing it after all the comments he made about NIP. And I think that's weird because Game's been going so hard representing him and memorializing him, and even named his record label Prolific Records. Yet the guy that's executive producing your album is casting slander on that person, and nobody really speaks up. I think that's funny. Then he has Red Cafe on his album. I noticed that. That was the one that stood out to me. That was like, huh? Red Cafe hasn't dropped a song in like... Red Cafe never really popped, you know? Like he's done a deal with everybody, you know? I don't see anybody... He even has a record with NIP on it, and Wack 100 is producing the record. I mean, that's spooky, man. Red Cafe's on the album. It's a little spooky too, but you know, salute to Red Cafe, always keeping it. He stays working. Anyways, guys, this is Jordan Tower, JT News. I appreciate you guys. I will check you guys in the next one. I hope you guys are having a good day. Make sure you stay working, read a book this week, you know, or something that's going to add to your knowledge. It's funny when you read a book or when you start working out, it has this kind of the same effect. It sparks new ideas, new energy, and sometimes we need that new energy to, you know, go forward with the next idea.
This guy, GreatLakeAce, he's relentless. He's back with another classic, appreciated off the album So Ambitious, dropping December 27th. The link below.
I done leveled up again, I feel appreciated. Salute me when you see me, I appreciate